As an emerging project manager, you want to make sure that you carve out your personal brand using a powerful tool such as LinkedIn. In this quick overview, I'm just going to cover what we covered in the presentation for those who missed it or those who want a quick refresh. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen and go through the content with you. There we go. So the session was all about career development, the essentials, the extras, and the leading edge, what I'm calling it. So we went through why LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is the largest professional platform and engagement increases 50% year on year. A lot of stats are important. It's important for recruiters. It's important for individuals. There are jobs, there are schools, there are companies. I mean, there are over 50 million jobs on LinkedIn itself. And the more engaged you are, the more visible you are. In fact, visibility is one of the reasons to use LinkedIn. So when people search, they're going to look for you in Google potentially if they're not looking at LinkedIn. And your footprint in LinkedIn improves your footprint on Google, and it's something that you can control. So if people look for your name, your LinkedIn profile may come up. Now, the reasons to use LinkedIn, you might be using it as a research tool. So you're not particularly active, but you're more passive researching. You might be looking to build a presence for yourself so that you're found, so that people know what your expertise is all about. Maybe you're looking to build a profile for yourself, so you're that trusted connection, that trusted advisor. And that comes from having not just a profile on LinkedIn, but having a network of connections. And then up from that, opportunities which come from engaging with your network, where relationships are formed. And finally, leads, converting those connections into clients or employers or partners, whatever that looks like for you. I'm using the term client loosely. So that's what LinkedIn can do for you. So think about right now, are you a lurker? Are you just consuming? Are you just at the bottom of that pyramid? Or are you participating by engaging with content? Are you publishing content, or are you doing a combination of all three? And you really want to be doing a combination if you want to stand out and build your personal brand, because your personal brand is it's not just what people say about you when you're not in the room. It's actually what people feel about you. It's what they're finding about you, because the room's not just physical now, the room is online. So what are people feeling about your brand? And your brand isn't what it looks like. It's not your logo. It's not how you show up or what your hair looks like. It's actually about the feeling you create. And your LinkedIn profile allows you to create that professional feeling from showcasing your value. So you want to have a profile photo. You want to have a headline, which is a bit of text under your name, so people understand exactly what you do, because this information follows you around. So you want to have visuals. You want to have a professional looking profile photo, a background image that communicates something about your brand and what you do. You want to have the sections complete, tell your professional story in the about section, showcasing your work in featured, and working out what voice you're going to put out there. And hopefully it's the voice that you speak with, speak as you type, as you speak. Now, another addition to the platform, which is fairly new, is recording your voice. So using the mobile app to record you saying your name and maybe a little bit more, so people can get a feel for who you are. In terms of your branding, do you want to share where you are physically located or where you work? Do you want to share something you've achieved, if you've spoken at an event or done something special, or something about your brand? Or do you want to just share what you're into? So it could be a personal interest, a sport you're into, something that says something about your brand. Your headline, rather than just having a job title and a company, if you work for somewhere. Now, if you're a student and you haven't got a job in your industry, you might then put your part-time job, which might have no relevance to where you're going, apart from transferable skills, of course. So think about where you are now, but where you're going. What job are you trying to get? What industry are you trying to get into? So expertise, graduate student, seeking whatever the title is in industry is one way to do this. If you're already employed and you're studying part-time, then focus on where you are, your expertise, the outcome of working with you, your industry you work in, an organization may be appropriate as well. Share your background through the education section and experience sections. Make sure you align yourself to the pages of the brands, because then you show up as employees or alumni with colleges and universities. Add your skills to your profile. Make sure the 3 which are pinned to the top are the most important for where you're going, for positioning, and get endorsements from people that know you. And seek out any recommendations from people that can put something in words. Ask them a few questions to frame the response. If you do some volunteering, put that into your profile, particularly if it's volunteering related to what you're studying or related to the journey you want to take. And use the features section to showcase your work, to showcase your credentials through having a PDF visual version of your resume, maybe a video version of your resume, images showing you doing what you do. Now, in this case, this lady, Gia, has created an article about her first 6 months at Microsoft as a Microsoft grad. So could you tell a story and use LinkedIn as a platform to publish this? Maybe you publish on your own website or Medium or a different blog. Do you have any videos of you in action, particularly if you've presented at a conference or an event? So there's a lot you can share on your profile to give you more credibility. And as I mentioned, I've got a LinkedIn profile blueprint you're very welcome to have. It'll be on the page where this video is, but if you don't see it, feel free to request a copy to help you build your profile using my frameworks. Now, understanding how LinkedIn work is really important. So LinkedIn operates in 3 degrees. So if you're connected to someone, they are your first level connection. So in this case, Anna's your first level connection. Anna's connected to Ben, who is your second level. Ben is connected to Chris, who is third level to you. So when you share an update, your first level connections may see it depending on the algorithm. So then if your first level connection sees your update, engages with your update, they're actually exposing your update to their network and beyond. So that's the power of LinkedIn. It's not about having an optimized profile, which is important. It's more than that. It's about sharing content, engaging with content to reach that wider network and building your network of the right people so that you have the right people as your first level connections, which widens your exposure to the second. So if you think about who you want to connect to, it could be a range of people. So if you're in business or consulting, it might be ideal clients or clients of the organization you want to work for, decision makers at the organization, peers in your industry, leaders, team members that you would work with, maybe volunteer team members, people you meet in events, people that are your mentors or mentees if you've got them, friends, suppliers, partners, recruiters, and influencers of any of these people, because once again, it's about reaching beyond the first level. So you want to have people in the first level who are influencers of the people you want to be seen by and connected to. Then you want to be proactive. So think about, let's switch it around. Think about where you want to work. If you want to work with BHP, you can go to their company page. You can have a look at their content. Firstly, is a page active? Are they sharing content? Do they have jobs listed? Who are the employees? Who do you already know at the company that you're connected to already that could help with that introduction? Then looking for people, for companies, for jobs, and for content through LinkedIn search. It's quite powerful to search up here. And I'm going to go into how you can search more effectively. So you can put in words up here, and it's going to give you back a list of relevant content under the people, jobs, content, and company results. Now you want to fine tune that. So if you're looking for people in accounting, you click the people tab and then you go into all filters and filter it down. Look for people, maybe second degree. So maybe where you've got a connection in common, maybe you're looking for third. Are you looking at a particular location? Are you looking at a particular industry? You can even put the job title in under here. So there's quite a bit you can do. But it comes down to putting the right information in the first place, then applying filters. So if you understand how to search effectively using Boolean search logic, that will give you better results. So using the and or not quotes and brackets to get that information. So if you're not sure what Boolean is, watch other videos I've created or review the actual recording itself, or Google Boolean. It's quite powerful. And then finally, finding your voice and engaging. So the ways you can engage on LinkedIn, you can use reactions. So like is the easiest. And then you've got things like love, celebrate, insightful, curious. And that adds a bit of, adds a footprint to your activity, but it doesn't give any context. Next step up from that is adding a comment. Your comment will show up in the post. Now I'm seeing all these updates because I'm connected to the person interacting. So in this case, Gia loves this post by Beth. I'm not connected to Beth. She's 2 degrees away from me. Likely she's connected to Gia. So that's why I'm seeing it. Lockie I'm connected to, but I'm not following this page he's engaging with. So him commenting reaches me, which exposes this brand to me, and vice versa. So if I engage in this, I'm exposing the brand to my network plus Lockie's comment, which is quite powerful. Third case is Naomi sharing her own update. So she's sharing something that's going on in her world. She's tagged people and there's a photo to go with it. So if I engage with this, I'm exposing Naomi once again to my network and vice versa. So it's doing a combination of all three. But the most powerful is commenting, because commenting is conversation. Commenting is actually content. So where you can share updates, but and more importantly, engage with other people's updates. And the ratio to do that is 1 to 9. So for every update you share, try and engage with at least 9 other people's content or a company's content. So you've got that blend. And that way you haven't got a lot to do on LinkedIn. But if you're still a bit nervous, then maybe just start with reacting. So we've gone through the essentials, which is your brand and digital footprint, and that comes down to having a professional looking photo and a headline so that people can see exactly what you do and what you're looking for. The extras are to showcase and stand out. So using the features section and using the voice recording feature, things like that, that the sort of extra icing on the cake. And the leading edge is really taking a proactive approach by searching, engaging, and sharing content, because that's where the magic happens. So this is what I call Connectfluence. Connectfluence is all about energizing your presence, and that's all in who you're being online, establishing credibility, which comes from what you're doing and how you share that, and earning influence, which comes from who you're engaging with, like your content and companies and people, because that's going to help you build influence and be known by people for what you actually do. So I've been Jo Saunders. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, you're very welcome to look me up and connect or follow. If you'd like a copy of the slides, they're available as well. That's the wrong link, but it's /PMI, WOPMI. And if I can be of service, please get in touch. I'm very happy to answer any questions. So thanks very much for watching this quick overview. This is really just to, let me stop that, to give you an overview as to what was covered and a bit of homework. So let me know how you're going. Do connect to me, do send me a message and tell me what was your biggest takeaway. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on LinkedIn.